What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. My co-host Ray J is here. Ray J, what are you doing?
Yes, let's get it. These my brothers. Let's go.
All right. This is my temporary co-host, you guys. He's just, getting ready for his own show.
I'm in boot camp.
Yeah, he's in boot camp.
Yep, I'm in Angela Yee boot camp.
Hitmaka's here and Neek Bucks is here. What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Clap it up.
Be here. Happy to be
Bros.
here.
So what is the affiliation, Ray J, with Hitmaka and Neek Bucks? Because this is like every other time we have an interview, you leave.
Well, no, this is family, you know what I'm saying? And, Billy J is pretty much, the pilot of this whole plane. And we've been doing so much, just so much, like, disruption.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been disrupting the game in so many different ways. And in Berg, of course, we made history. And we kind of, like, when it all started, it just, this sexy vortex we kind of, like, was in. It just
vortex. A sexy vortex.
Meaning like Sexy Can I came after Sexy Lady.
Mm-hmm.
He was already done with the sexy lady. Like he's done.
Like no more sexy.
No.
And I'm like, yo, this Sexy Can I is coming right back.
You lying. This how he approached me. So he like, hey yo, Berg, it's a sexy movement I see you got going on, sexy
movement.
lady. I got this record, Sexy Can I? It could just be like sexy on another level. And I'm like, bro, what?
I wasn't having it. But he trusted me.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy J, ran point on that, and it just all started to flow after that. I think we had almost 9 million likes.
We almost diamond with that record.
For
Okay.
real.
But this ain't about y'all.
No,
No,
exactly.
hell no.
But that's the
No, I'm
connection.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Now Neek is the new wave.
Yeah,
you know
Neek
what I'm
is the
saying?
new
Like,
sexy.
And so now beyond that, like in hip hop, like the music is heavy hip hop, like influenced, but it's so mainstream at the same time. It's gonna hit you both ways. So we just in here supporting the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
everybody, sometimes we gotta play the next position and let the new wave come in and take over, and that's what Neek is representing.
Well, Neek Bucks is here, and you have a lot of big cosigns already.
Yep.
And I feel like, how long have you've been? It's almost been a decade for you.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Since
I've
you
been
first
running-
put something out.
Yep, for a while. I've been doing this for a little while, just grinding. And, I'm finally here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how did you and Hitmaka link up? Because he's actually producing.
Yeah.
Are you executive producer? Like, tell
Yeah.
us. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the whole joint. So, yeah, like Ray was saying, Billy ran point for this situation.
Yeah, let's say let's
we
shout
got a
out to
mutual
Billy J
bro.
though.
Yeah,
Let's
hell
shout
yeah.
Billy J.
Oh, Billy
For
J
sure.
ran
Let's clap it up
J.
with Billy.
Yo.
I know
Hell yeah.
Billy J for a long time too.
Yeah, he put me and Hit together, and once we got together, it was just natural. We vibed naturally. It wasn't forced. It wasn't nothing that we had to work on. It's just we hit it off as soon as we got together.
Okay.
Yeah, it really didn't start like, executive produce this or do anything like that. He was just like, I got this artist that I'm super excited about. I came and we linked up together, and we really, like, established a brotherhood prior to, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, music is always going to be around because we in the studio and it's a natural setting, but we really just locked in, and it's just progressed from here,
Now, Neek, for you, before you linked up with Hitmaka and Billy J, right? What was your situation like, business-wise? Because you came into this, and you were pretty young when you first started. You're from Harlem. So who were some of the people that were working with you early on, and what did you learn from that, and how did you evolve?
So when I first started, I gotta say, like, Jim was like the first one to show me. Yeah, Capo was like the first one to show me it was like bigger than my block. So I always hold him to like a hot plateau. That's like one of my goats. Because, he took me from the projects and took me to Miami, showed me Atlanta, showed me all these different things and how to move in this game and shit like that. So I took what he taught me and, I kind of went my own route with it and just grinded. Yeah. But him, definitely Jim. I don't fall under the Dipset umbrella, none of that. I'm like my own man, but, them guys definitely, paved the way.
And for you, Hitmaka, when you guys first started working together, were there like some contracts he had to get out of? There's always some things going on with artists.
Nah, it was already smooth. It was good business already from the jump. But of course, Capo Jim is like a big brother to me. Like, he had a lot of great affiliations with people from Harlem and from New York that I already did business with. It I was already collaborating with. So it was really a smooth transition. And Billy J know better to bring me something that's bad business. You know
got to
what I'm
make
saying?
sure everything is clear.
Yeah, vet it out, Billy. Come
Billy
on,
J
man.
is strict. He's a very strict guy.
Now, Hitmaker, everybody does come to you, though, when it comes to music.
Right.
So what made you decide that Neek was somebody, besides just Billy J? What is it that you saw in him immediately?
Well, I think he's doing something that New York is not doing right now. You know, I think it's a lot of drill-focused music that's coming out of New York, and Neek just came with a breath of fresh air. It wasn't based on, like, he can do anything, whether I give him a girl record, even if I do give him a drill record, or if I do give him one of them, like, Baltimore new records that they got going right now with the crazy dances. Like, he's a chameleon, a jack of all trades, so he can finesse any type of record that I presented. And once we did, like, a hardcore record, I'm like, all right, this is the natural pocket. Then we went and did, like, a record called like Count on You with Ivory Scott, and it was a real girl-driven record. And I was like, nah, this is easy. This is good work.
And do you see your audience opening up when you do things like that? Because I know you've been on tour with different artists too, you know, working with Benny the Butcher and even J. Cole. Like, how do you see the progress when that happens?
You know, everything is just like constant elevation for me. So being around all them different things, seeing different people, you know, being able to go on tour, it just like broadened my horizon. And I think people just naturally fuck with what I do. It's the personality, one, and then when they hear me, it's like, oh shit, nah, we love you. So it's just everybody just really fall in love with me. Well, it's natural. I don't gotta force it.
Ray J, for you, and I know this is important to you. Like I told you, this is the first time Ray J has sat in on one of these interviews. He usually is out.
Yeah, that's
my
my
guy.
schedule. but these my brothers, so I don't have no schedule with them. I guess whatever we do, we go all day.
All right, so and listen, he's been up here listening to people call in and freestyle. But what do you look for when you say this is an artist that I want to support too? Because you don't have any skin in the game necessarily, but you do want to support.
Yeah, I mean, music is a tough business, especially now we into like hardware and subscriptions. So you know, for me, like you gotta be in this special, like you can win the lotto before you can make a hit record. People win a lotto every day, every week, 3 times a week in any state.
Right.
And so you can win the lotto before you have a hit record. And so that to have that, and then to have the experts and the scientists come in and create the records that if you look at the analytics, it keeps working. So that means that there's a science behind it. And that I can support because now you're talking about something that's gonna win, or has a high rate, you know, just a high percentage on winning. And other than that, it's all opinionated. Like, we can all hate a song, but it could still be a hit.
Right.
And that's a dangerous business unless you got the scientists behind it. So I stamped this because it mean we got the POC, the proof of concept, over and over and over and over. Right. Eventually you start to go, this ain't luck. This ain't something that you just doing because you having fun. This is an actual science behind it, and it's actually a plan and a strategy. That's how you build an empire, and I think that they've mastered that. Especially Berg has mastered knowing how to build an empire around his ideas and thoughts and team. And so then you add Neek in, and then when you listen to a record, you know what I'm saying? You just know that that's on the radio.
Right.
Like, even if it's records I ain't heard yet, when I was listening to them today, it just sound like it's on the radio.
Well, how much does radio matter to you, Neek? Because, you know, a lot of artists aren't on the radio, but they're still super successful.
Yeah, I mean, everybody got a different career path. How I feel about the radio is, shit, I still want to have it. It's still good to have. You know what I'm saying?
Like
it might not matter to some people, but it's still good to have. It's still good to, you know, my mom is in her 50s, so she still listens to the radio. There's some people who still think the radio is dope.
Thank God for her.
Yeah, when she turned on the radio, it feel good for her to hear it. You know?
It's just harder to get on now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But when I walk out of here and I go just in New York, they heard everything we did today and they connected, right? So the radio is important. It's just now harder to get on. So if you have the components in the right tools to get in the radio over and over, then it's just, to me, it's a special power, and it's a great investment, and it's great to stand behind that because
but it's real huge, humongous power in radio, and like we come from the radio standpoint. I remember when people were telling us that if you wasn't on radio, then you wasn't on nothing.
Right.
Like, I remember those days of 2007, 2008 when we did those records.
If it's
and all
not a
that
hit
stuff.
now, like all your stuff on the radio. If it's not a super hit,
It's
not
not
a super hit if it ain't on the radio.
Right.
It ain't a legitimate smash.
And it's really about longevity too. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I want to be somewhere where we know know it's a high quality. No disrespect to other platforms like TikTok and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm the only person in this room that has seen a clip on TikTok and something going viral and be like, yo, I'm jamming to that. Like, I really love this. And then you hear the whole song and like, I don't like this record at all. I just like the 30-second clip of the record.
I like the dance.
So, I mean, I want to live where actually full bodies of work and full records can play and you can have a real enjoyment of that and just be classic and be timeless. Radio is timeless. SoundCloud and TikTok and all these forms are just new things that are sprung up, but radio has been here through the entirety of pretty much everyone's career.
And Neek, since Hitmaka brought up drill music, and you are from New York, and drill music is so big in New York right now, what are your thoughts on drill music? Because that's not necessarily what you do.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I'm a big fan of it. That's what I listen to in the V. Like, I'm still like super tapped in with the streets and the youngins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still with them kind of. Like, when I leave here, that's probably where I'm gonna go. But I'm super in tune with it. That's what I listen to. I'm super heavy on it. I'm tapped in. I don't agree with a lot of it because people really get hurt behind that.
Right.
But, you know, that's what I listen to. I'm a fan of it. It's what's going on in my city. So.
And for you, so this album now, Blessed to the Max. This is your debut album. Even though you've put out a lot of music, what makes this an album as opposed to a project?
I got a lot of heavy hitters on there. Hitmaka executive produced it. You know what I mean? We took our time with this one. I kind of usually just, go in the studio and put a bunch of songs together and just drop and see what the people say. But this was well executed. Hit called a lot of people for me. He brought a lot of people in.
Oh, so those are your calls.
Yeah, yeah. So what it is,
let
me tell you what happened. Like, he'll call somebody, right, and be like, yo, I got my young nigga. He hot as shit. Do this for me. But when they meet me, though, it'd be different. It'd be like, shit, no brainer. Like, I got you. Like, so it don't feel like it's a favor. It don't feel like none of that. Yeah. It feel natural. Because as soon as they get with me, it's like, hell yeah. Whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really feel like somebody had to call and force it. It's natural. I swear to God.
That's what I love about the natural connection with this whole project is that, Angela, I'm sure you do it all the time to where it's like you got friends and you got people that you believe in, but ultimately, like, if you throw the alley-oop, they might not be able to dunk it and it might not look great on your end.
You do not want to give that recommendation and then be embarrassed.
So luckily, man, my dog coming through like the dunk contest and just slam dunking every relationship that I was able to pass his way.
Tink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tink.
Yeah, and everybody came through.
I knew where that came from.
And everybody came through. Everybody brought it. Like, every verse on there, everybody came.
And you got that song with Wiz Khalifa, amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
And you guys did a video together. Wiz is a fun guy. Did you smoke with him?
Of course, that's what we did.
I couldn't feel my legs at one time. No, I smoked with Wiz twice, and I think I only took like 2 pulls. It was over for me.
Yeah, that's what we did with smoke.
He got some strong weed.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's different, man. He smoked like a chimney. I can't even smoke with him, so don't feel bad, Ants, for real.
It's really strong.
Let me tell you something. Next time, just the room, I'll get a little contact. That's it for me.
Nah, for sure.
So you smoke like a lot with him,
I smoke heavy. Yeah, I smoke heavy. I think in my mind I could do it with him. I could smoke with him. Yeah.
You hear this boy voice? Listen to his voice.
I know,
man.
do sound like you smoke.
Yeah.
You got good teeth though.
Oh, thank you. I ain't stopped smiling yet.
Yo, great.
Dr. Rubenstein?
Wait, Ray said you about to do something with your teeth?
No, I'm just saying. I want to get mine. Like, okay.
No, Dr. Rubenstein.
Wait, Dr. Rubenstein did your teeth?
Nah.
Why y'all keep talking about Dr.
No,
Rubenstein?
because you were just saying.
Work on his joints and Neek did them, but Ray does it. Yeah,
he did Joel Santana's teeth.
Yeah, he's good. He's my bro.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, for sure. The shop is in Brooklyn.
So what's the plans now? Is there a tour in the works? What's going on?
Yeah, we putting together our own tri-state tour right now, and in the summer, I'm gonna go on tour with Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and Wiz really connected. You think more than everybody else?
That's my guy. 100%. That's family.
Was that a Hitmaka
Yeah, he put us together. He put us together. He got a lot of respect for Hit.
Yeah.
No, he got a lot of respect for Hit, and
a lot of people don't know. That's what was an endearing moment. Like at his listening session in LA, Wiz told the story. Like he said it there, so I'll tell it now. Like, you got to think, like, back in the day, like, I was already Young Berg and in position, and like me and Wiz met, and we were like super cool. And this when he was coming up, when he lost his deal initially with Warner before he put out Cushion Orange Juice. Like, he used to stay in my crib, and like, and this back in the day, this probably like 15, almost 20 years ago. So like, me and Wiz are super tight, man. And like, anything that I could do for Wiz or he could do for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we got the verse back in probably like 6 hours, 4 hours. He's amazing with that.
Yeah, and then let's talk about the song with working with Tink also. How was that for you?
That was heavy. You know, Tink
I
always
love
been
her.
one
You
of
know
my
that.
favorite. Yeah, I get in the V. If I get in the V with girls, that's all they put on. So for me, it was like, I bet I know what work for y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just get Tink on this shit. And
coincidentally, we did it where we record lip service. We did
okay,
it at
engine
the,
room.
Yeah, at the engine room. That we did it. I think I might have did lip service with you with Tink that day,
yeah,
and we
that was
did
a-
the
that
song.
was a heavy one.
Yeah, we did the song that night. That's so crazy.
And you also have a daughter.
yeah,
All right, so when it comes to you, like your daughter is how old now?
4.
4 years old. How has that changed you as a person and even as an artist?
It made me a better thinker. You know, I think more. Before I was a little reckless. I wouldn't give a fuck what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? But having her just changed my whole perspective. It changed my life. I'm more responsible now. You know what I'm saying? I try to, learn more and educate myself so I could pass it down.
And what about a New York sound? I know we talked about drill for a second, but people will tell you that like New York doesn't have a sound the way that it used to. I feel like there's some great artists from New York, but I do feel like right now people don't get the respect that they get when they say that they're from New York like we used to.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on a New York sound? Because obviously working with Hitmaka, he's bringing all different types of sounds to you too.
I feel like I'm the sound, to be honest.
I
Like it's like nobody sound like me. Everybody sound the same. If we go and listen to everybody, everything is kind of like one way. But my shit different. I could, however you want it, I could deliver it to you. So I feel like I'm the sound. And like not being political, fuck all the politics and shit. I'm him though, for real, for real.
Himothy, right?
Nah,
Raging?
honestly though, I'm dead serious though.
You're Himothy?
I'm Himothy,
I
but
thought
every
AB was Himothy.
Oh,
he said Himothy. He created that too.
Yeah.
Nah, damn. See, people that be around me, they go back and say something to them, cause I know my people over there with AB. Them they stole that from me.
Why are your text messages
where's he
that
going?
big? in your
Everybody
phone?
says that.
I'm blind.
Dog, what the? I've
He
never
can't
seen an
see.
iPhone. Yo.
Cause when you make it the biggest size, you can go to another app and make it bigger.
Bro.
I'm really blind.
Do you still live in New York, Neek?
Yeah, I'm in Westchester now.
Okay, all right, cool. How was it for you performing at the Apollo? Because that has to be big, being from Harlem and performing at such an iconic space.
Nah, yeah, it was dope. I got a chance to share the stage with Dipset. You know, my first time in Harlem performing at the Apollo. It was dope. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Now, Hitmaka, I told you on Way Up with Angela Yee, we are
Right.
going to start doing some things with up-and-coming artists that I want you to actually help with a little bit, too.
For sure.
Because I know you have the air. So if you had to figure out, like, 5 years from now where you see Neek Bucks and what the plan is for him to keep on elevating, what would you say that is?
In
the
5
strategy.
years, project-wise, music-wise, I would say 5 projects deep because I think it's important to keep feeding the street. So I would like to see 5 projects done or even more, bigger networking. And then also just, he's more than just an artist. He's he's an activist, he's a philanthropist. He knows how to speak to people. He wants to affect the community. He wants to show people that it's possible to get out of where he came from in Harlem and just to be the face of that. And ultimately, we want him to be a staple at a point to when you think of New York, you think of Neek Bucks. And that's where we're trying to take it right now. And, platinum, gold, whatever the trajectory is. I mean, us working together, getting a plaque won't be too hard at all.
All right, so you said 5 projects. So that's about a project a year. What's your writing process like?
I haven't physically wrote a rap in 5-6 years. Especially working with Hit is you gotta kind of work. You gotta get it done fast because you're gonna get left out. He works so fast and he's on to the next one. So it's you gotta really lock in, get your thoughts together, and work fast. And that helped me a lot.
What in your past that's happened has made you a philanthropist and an activist?
I really come from it. I'm really, really from the bottom. I'm a project baby. You know what I'm saying? Lived in the projects my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Had my fair share of stories. I've been shot in the head, survived the headshot. You know what I'm saying? So it's I just want to change things. We can't keep doing the same thing. I'm tapped in super with the youth. I'm like a bridge between the youth and the older guys. So I think I'm the one that could do it, just change things, seize a lot of these beefs. A lot of these shits don't be about nothing, and I think I'm the one that could do it.
And when you talk about this shooting that happened, I remember you said you had migraines for a period of time after that.
Yeah. Nah. So I had migraines before. I had
before that. Okay.
sinus issues. I went to go get it checked out, and they told me I had a bullet in my head. So I was running around with the bullet for 3 years before I found out.
Damn it. Okay,
Yeah.
so That's crazy. So
I ain't
how
even
did
go to the hospital for that shit.
So you got shot in the head and didn't go to the hospital?
Hell no. I went home. I went got some bacitration. My stepmom's wrapped that shit up, and I went on about my life.
That's crazy. How would you not think, like, I got to go to the hospital and get this taken care of?
Honestly, when I thought I got grades 1, 2, I ain't want no police contact. Like, I hate police and shit, so I ain't want to go report the shit if I'm all right. If I could breathe, I'm able to walk, I ain't reporting this shit. I'm going to thug it out.
Okay.
And, I end up finding out 3 years later.
And as we're looking at everything that's happening in hip hop and like people getting arrested, getting in trouble for different things, what are your thoughts on that and having to stay out the way and out the mix now? And even like who you affiliate with, because sometimes this person doesn't get along with this person.
Yeah. I feel like, it'll be all this money that everybody be getting, everybody should get security. It'll be like a better world if people just got security. Everybody ain't got their switches and their guns on them. You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of like reckless. New York is real reckless right now, so I just feel like people got to just move better.
New York is reckless, but I feel like it's more reckless other places now.
Nah, we reckless though. I ain't gonna lie. I think we had like 400 murders last year. That's
Really?
a lot.
Cause I feel like different when I go to Atlanta, when I go to LA. It felt like you used to feel like you could go there and it would be safer than New York.
But think about this: our gun laws is more strict.
Yeah.
Like you get caught with a gun, you going to jail. So for it to be 400 murders, that mean we brave. Like we. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
no, you're going to jail.
Right. Atlanta, you could have a license to carry. Not out here. You run around with guns with no license, so it's a little more reckless here.
And you also had a good relationship with Wife and Lucci, right?
My God, yeah.
Do you
that's
still
my
talk
brother.
to him?
I ain't get a chance to speak to him while he was in jail, but on the gram, I sent my love. He would send word through people like, I love you, bro, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah,
Free Lucci, man.
Yeah, for real.
All right. So the album is out now. Blessed to the Max. You had a listening party. I saw a lot of people showed up to that. And you
It was crazy.
Talk about it.
I mean, my aunties came out, my mom came out, my family, my whole block came out, It was crazy in there. Bird came, Ray J came. It was heavy in there. We had a great time.
You think your family knew that this was going to work out for you?
Yeah, some of them. Some of them seen it early. Like my auntie that came, she was like a fiend. She used to smoke crack back in the days, so she used to take me with her on her crack missions. I used to think like we was on some kind of like adventure. We'd be in these different crack houses and shit like that. But since a kid, she always like told me like, you special, you the one. Like, so yeah, it was good for her to be there yesterday.
Yeah, they must be so proud of you.
Hell yeah, of course. We came from nothing, for real.
Yeah.
Like I just told you, she was like a crackhead. Like she took me on these missions. We in crack houses. She's smoking.
How is she now?
She clean. She 21 years clean.
That is so
And she
dope
was
to
there
hear.
yesterday. Yeah, for
Congratulations
sure.
to her for that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Ray J, stop it.
Hell yeah.
No, for sure. I'm just
He on his phone.
I'm just making sure everything lined up.
And Hitmaka, all right. And since you guys are both here, and we've been talking to Ray J a lot, Neek, Hitmaka, in this fight that's about to go down between Ray J and Raz B,
Yeah.
who do y'all think is gonna win?
Oh, come on, we know
You
who
could be
gonna win.
honest, Neek.
Ray.
We keeping it real here.
I'm not even trying to do this though. Like,
What you think, Hitmaka?
I'm going Raz, man, just because, you know what I'm saying? Just to be the wild card, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
You might need that.
Shout out my dog, you know what I'm
need
saying?
that.
Raz, well, man. Raz got a lot of pain and, you know what I'm saying, suffering and issues.
That's what
he's
somebody
been through.
said.
He's
They
been
said-
through a
No,
lot of
that's what
trauma.
they
said.
He's
They
been
said
a
Ray J
lot
like
of
too
trauma.
good.
Yeah. You might be sleeping on him. He might go crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Ray gonna go Floyd you gonna go Floyd on that boy, man.
As long as people know that this is a comedy, like
No,
fight,
no,
like,
no.
You know you
no.
gotta do that just in case you don't win. You gotta make it like.
just to let
It
everybody know.
seems serious though. It seems.
He's serious,
Are you serious?
man. My
See,
schedule
yeah.
full. Like I looked at the calendar. It's full. Like I don't even, you know what I'm saying. But the homies is counting on me, and it's just a lot of weird stuff.
That's
Now
it.
listen, we also have been trying, and we're gonna just do this live. We've been trying to find somebody who could walk Ray J out to the ring. Now, Neek,
Hey, nah.
what song would you perform if
They're
you were
not
gonna?
gonna. They don't. Look, check this out.
We
Check
stand
this
up.
out.
We
What
just
song
dropped.
would be
We
the
just dropped a
ultimate song?
positive
That's what
album
I'm
full
saying.
of great
That's why
energy.
and that's
We
got
will-
substance behind
we
it.
will not-
We don't want to cross. This,
We're not cross
this-
branding that. No.
Yeah, this
no,
ain't the same
no,
thing.
No, it's not
this is
happening.
like this is comedy skits.
Well, okay, but let's just say, just for the sake of this, what song would you walk out Ray J to the ring to fight Raz? What song would you perform from the new album, From Blessed to the Max?
I hit it first.
No, your song. I did use that song though earlier, but for one of your songs from Blessed to the Max, what you think would be the ultimate song to walk Ray J to the ring? You
It's
said
definitely
you
got to
think
be
he's
some
gonna-
turn shit. Yeah, it's definitely pop out. Definitely some turn shit. Yeah. I got to
Okay.
turn my boy up, man.
So can we get your commitment today?
Nah, man.
Angela taking care of all of like PR, social. You know, she's running the whole.
Y'all
Like,
gonna stop disrespecting Raz B on radio, man. For real. Shout out to Raz. We with you. We know you've been through a lot of trauma, my boy. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Treat it like therapy, man. Go crazy.
All right. Well, but honestly, Neek Bucks, congratulations. You know, I'm a New Yorker. I'm from Brooklyn.
Thank you.
So it's always good to see you doing amazing things. And so I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to the tour. I love the fact that you hooked up with Hitmaka because he is definitely the hitmaker when it comes to music. We hear, look at that, look at that.
Yeah, come on, man.
And y'all still cool. I know you guys had your little issues before.
He wanted to fight me too.
Yeah.
Remember you saying
Ray J
that?
always
That's
gonna
why.
have his-
Yo, that's why I know it's cap. You know what I'm saying? It never happened. Yo, do what you guys want to do. He wanted to fight me though. That's crazy.
this is my brother. You know what I'm saying?
We've
Like,
all grown. We've all grown.
it's
We've all
my
evolved.
brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ray J always want to fight his brothers.
When we in our like these creative spaceships, you know, our creativity creativity clashes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And then finding our space through it, and then having that smooth, like we in like 50,000, 60,000
Now
feet
we
in
on
the
the jet.
air.
We on the
yeah,
jet
we
now.
60,000
Yeah.
feet in the air, smooth.
Exactly.
It's an autopilot now.
Listen, I love to see the longevity though. Y'all was in the game from such a young, both of you, honestly, from such a young age. And to see both of you guys sitting here together on Way Up with Angela Yee, it's
because
like
a lot of people make mistakes, and we learn through our mistakes and how to make adjustments and grow and get better and better. So to still be in here getting better and learning every day is a blessing. 'Cause a lot
everybody
of people
listening,
don't get
learn
a
from
second
their
chance.
mistakes,
Oh,
okay?
for
So
sure.
But look,
Yeah,
for
made
sure,
too many.
yes, please.
And Neek, for you, if you could walk away from this interview and just give people some advice, because like I said, it's been almost a decade for you since you first came into this game. And for you to get to where you are right now is amazing to see. The elevation is continuing. What would you say to people who are listening right now?
I say just never give up. You know, just keep going. Stay consistent. Stay persistent. Believe in yourself. And you're going to get there. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Just keep going.
All right. We'd love to see it. Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.